record. Okay, I forgot to hit record. Here we go. I'm playing milk inside a bag of milk, inside a bag of milk, and it's like the loudest game ever. Okay, I had to turn my headphones down. That's what I did. All right. I'm going to the store. This one. Aren't you supposed to help me? I take a deep breath of air. Hello, can I forgot. 19th attempt, and I'm failing again. I bite my lip in frustration. So, once again, hello, can I get... Wow, that's a whole word more. Thank you, I'm trying my best. I think this time the L sound was longer than usual. Do you think that's it? Who knows? Hello, can I... I wish I hadn't said anything. Don't worry. Okay. By the way, you've been walking with your left foot on the pavement and your right foot on the grass for a full minute now. What? My right foot is frozen in the air. How much? 50 steps on the pavement and 51 in the grass? You have to undo the previous step? No way. How do you imagine that? It's not the first time this has happened. You've been taught the right way, haven't you? Come on. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk down to myself. I don't remember. I'm ready to burst into tears. Here we go again. So, step 1, take a step back to get your foot exactly in your own footprint. Wait a minute, what do you mean step 1? What then? But it's already the 52nd. Or wait, I'm going backwards. So then it's the 50th? It doesn't add up. Okay. Step 50, take a step back to get your foot exactly in your own footprint. Could you rephrase it just a little bit? Can't you just repeat a phrase without changing at least one word? People don't talk like that. You're hopeless. You make it sound like it's my fault. The store closes in an hour, so you'll be very, very guilty if you don't buy milk. Damn, really? Well, are you ready? A conversation with yourself when you're drunk. Oh, I don't have oh, I shrunk it. Oops. My bad, team. I accidentally shrunk the game. Oh god. I need to go back to my 51st step. Okay. Let's make this right. There we go. All right. My chat box should be up. Okay, all right. Chat should be popping up on screen. All right, I just needed to make sure. Hell yeah. I carefully move my foot backward, looking carefully into the dense grass. As I enter the store, I turn to the first person I see. Hello, can I... What am I looking at, man? Oh. Excuse me. What? Oh. Excuse me. What? What am I supposed to do? Sorry. Where's the milk? He's trying to scare me, but how does he know that I'm terrified of the letter O? Thank you. I did not mean to sneeze. It came out of nowhere. What's so scary about it? I have a frightening image when I picture it in my head. I could show you. Explaining won't be enough. Oh. So I'll just continue to ignore his question. What? Oh. What? Oh. I gather all my will into a fist. My interlocutor shook and crawled away. Oh, I am. Oh, let me change that. You're totally right, man. Thank you. Oh, I need to leave my car's PSP tab open. Let me change that real quick. You are so right. I've never changed games in the middle of a stream, by the way. What's another tag I could use? I've got... Oh, I'm gonna use the milk tag. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Alright, done. Okay, everything should be changed now. Changed now. It's all good now. My title, I put a lot of work into it. I hope that you like it. My interlocutor shook and crawled away. You just repeated after him. And it worked. Do it more often. Thank you, Uncanny. Wait, I said he crawled away. Did he really crawl away? I mean, I didn't even look in his direction. When exactly did you say that? Just now. Personally, I didn't hear it. You're just trying to distract me. But I know that my words were shown on the screen. The visuals of this game are, like, insane. I can tell what's happening, right? Like clearly I'm looking at a supermarket cooling shelf. How did I find this game? I don't remember. I think I watched a YouTube video like a year or more ago, and I just tried it. I added it to my Steam wish list. It's 49 cents right now. I'm the only one streaming it. That's awesome. I'm standing by the shelves. On the rack, there are bags of milk. Bags of milk, that's a very Canadian thing, ain't it? We both stand, and the milk lies? Or maybe, hey, slow down. Do you even remember why you're here? To buy milk. So buy it. Right here? What do you expect me to say? I guess something like, not here. Cheaper than a bag of milk? Literally cheaper. Not here, take the bag and go to the cash register, or you're getting on my nerves. No. I'm gonna be nice to myself. I guessed the first sentence. That's right. And you, as if out of spite, didn't pause before the second one. You want to rob me of my little victories? Is it aware? It's aware of which ones I, even touch. I sigh and reach out to take the bag of milk. Or rather, the bag with the milk inside. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside. 15 minutes before the store closed. It took me 45 minutes to walk to the store. I remember what these games are called. Visual novels. That's right, baby. We're playing a visual novel. And by the way, the numbers are written there in full, with letters. Are visual novels worse than books? What number? Interesting. Are visual novels worse than books? But there, the authors are not lazy, so don't get lazy either. Wait, I thought only your thoughts were visible on the screen. Not anymore, so watch your mouth! Hurry up. On my way. What a game. Hello, can I get some milk, please? It's a... What am I looking at? You have it. Give. That's how I talk when I'm at work. I put a weighty bag on the register. Of course, not just the bag, but the milk too. It's a Pikmin. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Hi, can I have it, please? No. Please. No. But please, Mom will throw me out the window if I get back without milk. You talk the same way when you're hungry? No. But why not? Give more. But I don't have anything else. Hey. Pay for the milk. What would I do without you? I take a crumpled bill out of my pocket and hand it to the cashier. He starts to carefully examine it. It took about 2 days before he nodded contentedly and put it in the cash register. Thank you. Goodbye. 2 days. I walk down a familiar street past a gas station. A bag of milk unpleasantly tugs at my hand, reminding me of the days when I was in physical therapy. By the way, they gave me a bag at the checkout, so now I'm not carrying a bag of milk in another bag. Don't think anything of it. I just love the pyramidal structure of verbal constructions. The gas station is getting closer. How are you feeling? Thank you for your interest. I feel like a mile-long bar of ice cream. What is that? As if I'd tell you. I'm really interested. The ratio of water to milk in the volume of air occupied by me is about 30-1. And yeah, ice cream is not the best unless you want to drink more than you eat. So there you go. The road from the store to the gas station is a stick, and the road from the gas station to home is ice cream. He sounds like Undertale voices. The little pip 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 definitely sounds like an Undertale voice. Like the little, you know. During today's walk, my body has been to every part of this path. Simple math. I feel movement under my feet. Asphalt grains, petrol stains. I'm trying to keep my balance, and how do people move over something as uneven as the city plain? Gently, heel toe, I count in my mind every meter of the path I walk. I even close my eyes for more concentration. Hey, watch out! I unconsciously take a sharp step to the side. At the same moment, a huge bear rushes past me with a wild screech. Hey, I'm walking here! I cast a reproachful glance at the swiftly departing giant. Its red eyes, in turn, look at me with mockery. Did you see that? How brazen! It was a truck. Oh, really? Although, if you think about it, are there bears with eyes on the back of their heads? You could have died. Come on, are you saying someone would seriously want to kill an innocent girl carrying a bag of milk? I'm a girl. The world is a cruel and dangerous place. I'm not in the world you're talking about. Man, what a guy. What a character. My journey continues. If you think about it, the road from the store has one interesting property. It adjusts to me in the most bizarre ways. When I'm in a hurry, all the traffic lights turn off helpfully. When I feel like crying, a cloud appears over me and pours rain streams to hide my tears. Right now, I can feel a cloud slowly gathering over the top of my head. I'm sad. Are you sure this is really happening? What else could it be? Has it ever occurred to you that it's all just in your head? That's not what the manual said at all. Apparently, these pills don't work for me either. The pills have nothing to do with it. Please, I just want to get home and go to bed. I really, really am very grateful to you, but please, no more. Okay, so I got the bad end. Twisted Varg. Somebody going to the store for the 20th time. Speedrun, yeah, and then I clicked a new option that I haven't read the words for, so I feel kind of bad. What game? Well, you know, there are games where you can see the character's thoughts right on the screen, you know? So I thought if someone is reading my mind, I need to be very focused so I don't blurt out too much. I take a deep breath of air. Hello, can I... Okay, alright, I have done this part. Okay. Alright. Alright. I need to be helpful. I can't be a realist. I need to be nice to them. Okay. Alright, we gotta sit through this again. I'm gonna try to not get any more game overs. Twisted Varg, welcome to the channel. I'm gonna eat this candy. I found this candy in my pantry. It's Japanese strawberry and cream fruit candy, but it's dry. It's like a powdered, I don't know. I got a whole bag of them, Uncanny. Meet me at TwitchCon Paris and I'll give you some. Yeah, and I'm not in Paris, so sorry. Sag. Okay. Feels beard, man. You all can do feels beard, man. I kind of like the Pepes. I think they're kind of funny. Give. Give more. They hate you. No, pay for the milk. All right, then we go through the I'm a popsicle scene. Interesting, Varg. Okay. Okay, here we go. You know what? What? Since I'm a character in a visual novel, I want to talk to whoever is reading this right now. That's me, Crawl. I forcefully squeeze my head with my hands and place a thought block. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a small bench, the perfect place for cliched visual novel monologues. I move closer, place a noticeably weighted bag of milk next to it, and raise my head to the sky. It just got super loud. Oh, I think my headphones died. Hold on. I haven't charged these things in like forever. God, it's so loud, like you can hear it. Oh, it's USB-C. Are you kidding me? Man. I'm wearing them like this. Oh, I'm not reading, sorry. I realize that I'm going crazy. The medications are becoming less and less effective, so... ultimately, things will happen painlessly. I hope. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'll be honest with you, and I expect the same from you, please. Do you know what I'm talking about? Really? I must be nothing like the model protagonist at all, huh? To be honest, I haven't read many visual novels. Sometimes I regret it, because now it costs me a lot of effort just to distinguish between letters and words. By the way, if you don't mind, I'd rather not name my diagnosis. Let at least you be the one who sees me for who I am. Even though I made you up, don't take that away from me, okay? Don't ask me for too much. How stupid does this all seem? From the very beginning, you've been following me, reading my delusional thoughts, hearing my silly conversations. I must seem crazy and weird to you. What is it like to see the world through my eyes? Ever since something happened, all I see is red blood everywhere. No, don't worry about me. I got used to it a long time ago. Admittedly, I'd even forgotten what other colors look like. Come on. Those monsters from the store, they didn't scare me at all. After all, I know they won't hurt me. Sometimes I think that they themselves are afraid of me. Can you imagine that? By the way, if you want to ask me what happened, please don't. Promise? I'm serious. Of course, you couldn't help but ask. In the end, I'm just talking to myself. Sooner or later, I would have brought it up. So you're really that interested in what happened to me? I won't waste time. What do you see? What do we see, chat? I see red. Anyway, this is my dad. That's your dad? What? What am I looking at? Some of his parts, at least. Oh, okay, it's a dead dude. Alright. That's what I thought. That makes a lot of sense. We do have a very difficult family. But despite all the problems, I never would have thought. Sorry, I shouldn't have raised my voice. Anyway, he jumped out the window and died. Oh, it's a blood smear. Okay. This is my last memory. Then, a long gap. Back at the sun, okay. Strange, very strange. Today is the first time I've ever been able to buy something in a store without a major incident. Of course, the medicine helped me. However, I think it's more your merit. I kept thinking, we mustn't screw up in front of the reader, or, oh my god, what will he think? Haha. I don't know why I decided to become a visual novel character for the sake of going to the store today, but it clearly paid off. Thank you. By the way, it seemed to me that there are some boundaries in our communication. Oh, yo, I got rid of the boundaries. Do you see that? You do, that's so cool. And yet, I've been so sad lately. I've been thinking more and more about what my life has become ever since my dad, well, you know. Day after day, it's the same thing. I've tried so many medications that I hardly feel any difference between them anymore. As long as they help me As long as they help keep me on my feet, I'm happy. But you know what? Today is a special day because I have you. There's so much I have to tell you. It wasn't rude of them, though. Oh no. I understand. Well, dear reader, shall we go? The milk is gonna spoil by the time they get home. When I get to my floor, I hang over the railing. Repeating this action every day like a ritual, I stop being afraid of heights altogether. A few minutes ago, the effects of the medicine finally wore off, so I just enjoy the blissful silence. When I am under the influence of drugs, terrible and unpleasant melodies sound in my head, mixing with the sound of the world beneath me, around me. They create a terrible dissonance in my head. I turn around and go to my apartment. Okay. This is an apartment. Kind of looks like a gun. Oh! Did you bring the milk? This is my mom. Say hello, Mom. Hi, Mom. She did it! Yes, Mom. Why does she speak so slow? Yes, Mom. Wow. Wow. Wait, was that it? No, that's not it. Write down your name. I'm the same guy. I walk down the road to the store and rehearse my speech. Is that... Varg. Is that the whole game? Please tell me. I'm going to the store. Oh, that's pretty much it? Wow, that was very quick. Okay, Varg, yeah. Please explain. I mean, I think I've got an idea, but I would love to hear what you have in mind. I'm gonna get to, This was made in 3 days. That makes sense, yeah. Ooh, that makes sense. I have a friend who makes games for Game Jam, and he does a pretty good job. He's got a lot of good ideas. Okay, that was a really very interesting game. I'm gonna switch screens to a BRB real quick, but I'm still here. I'm still talking. We're gonna go ahead and close this game. That was a spectacular game. There's a part 2. This one is more of like an intro to the second game, you mean? Interesting. That is very interesting that you say that. Because I'm loading up the second game right now. We're gonna play them both, baby. I did not know that it was gonna be that fast. I did not know it was gonna be that fast. And we did switch scenes. We did switch some scenes. Another one of my photos are in the background if you are into that. Where's the game? I can't find the game in my sources. Why can't I find it? Interesting. Yeah, I live in America. Oh, here it is. Okay, I found it. All right. Oh, this game is a different aspect ratio. No, no, no. I know what the bag of milk is. I know Canada. I know Canada. Which one is it gonna fit under? I might have to do it in the PS4. Okay, we're back here, everybody. We're back to the Bloodborne one, and we're gonna add a new source. Window capture. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Wow, that's massive. I stream on a Mac, and everything is difficult. I've never owned a Mac before, but I bought this computer because I needed a new computer, and here we are. But no, I'm with it with the bag of milk. I got that. It's not a Canada situation though. She is buying a milk carton, not that big Canada milk bag. Oh, so it's not a bag of milk. It's not a bag of milk. It's just her machinations, I guess. All right, and I'm gonna change the title. Okay, job done. Title changed. I'm just gonna keep recording. We're just gonna keep going. Um, this game is This screen is huge. I can't see chat. I'm gonna have to make this smaller, which means I'm gonna have to make this bigger. Oh, so much work. That's good. That works for me. That's good enough. Okay. We call them milk bags. Oh, so it's Russian. It's Russian. That makes sense why Russian is at the top. I get it. Oh, hey, and we got more languages this time. So we have Russian. That's Russian, right? I'm pretty sure. Um, Russin. English, Chinese, Polish, Turkish, Portuguese, Brazil, Espanol, and Hangugo, and Nihongo. I can read Korean. I can barely speak Japanese. All right, headphones back on. Let's see how loud this game is. It's probably going to be loud as hell, dude. Let's go English. Okay, all right, everybody. This is your warning. If you have epilepsy, please be warned. Escape to save, F for full screen. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave it on windowed so that I can see chat. Okay. All right, that's loud as hell. That was literally so loud. Tell me, please, if it's too loud, let me know. Don't be spooked, Uncanny. We're here together. And the store is closed. It's a 24-hour store, is it not? It's a bit loud? Okay, let me turn it down real quick. It does look loud as hell. Okay, I turned it down. I'm in the store. Little anime girl. Having a panic attack. This is the game we just played. It won't take much time. What do you see? Are you sure? Very good art. Reminds me a lot of this anime called Lane. Serial Experiments Lane. The Pikmin guy? We'll see. We'll see. We might get some new Pikmin. It's kind of. It also has like a Looney Tunes background look to it. Like that watercolor. Oh, here we go. We got the Shinji look. Oh, here we go. Okay, alright. I'm walking to my room, trying not to look around. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all over the walls, the ceiling. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. But I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mom told me to go to bed. I walk past the kitchen on the way to my room. The door is shut, but I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there's a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. Yeah, you can, Twisted. I'll take a look at it. I might not show it on stream, but yeah, I'll take a look. Photos. Okay, cool. I'll take a look at this. That's the apartment. Is that their apartment? Maybe I should show it on stream. Hold on one second. This is the photo that Varg just showed me. I'm gonna leave it up. Interesting. I'm gonna leave it up there because I think it's creepy. Aha, that's so silly. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure of that. It's okay, Uncanny. Be a little spooked. Just a little spooked, you know? I'm running. I break into a run and dash toward the closed door. The shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. Don't you get it? I waved my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers, but then I suddenly realize that I won't be able to stop in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door now. If there's somebody inside, I'll surely scare them to death. But wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No, I don't want that. What do I do? I couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door and it flew open. It sounds like this little girl has some pretty severe schizophrenia. Oh, she blinked. I didn't like that. As expected, there was no living corpse inside, but there was a bag of milk I bought today sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back. Nothing happens. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Oh, she's looking to the side now. Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf, in a store, or on the table in my mom's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world and into the scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. This definitely has a lot more effort. I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring others trouble. I walk towards my room through a narrow corridor. Oh, it's Mom. Hello, Mom. I meet a familiar, formless creature at the door. I didn't like that flash. It locks me in its clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and endure its tight grip that stops me from moving. After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paws, bearing a single claw, thin and sharp, like a blade. Again? I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. Don't move. The creature squeezes my hand until my veins start bulging, and I just keep staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all pain. I've promised so many times. Stay put. Wow. The moment it says that, the claw pierces my arm. I don't feel anything other than the barely discernible clawing under my skin and the ringing of tightly sprung sinews. But then the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts. A white veil appears in front of my eyes. My fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time, but why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every single cell, while my veins and arteries heat up, almost bursting from the pressure. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself to me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping the poisonous claw inside my arm. Kill me. Kill me! Hysterical screams resound through the corridor. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with a loud sound. I try to imprint where every drop fell in my memory, so I could gather them all later. I need to remember. I need. A new wave of pain splashes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. So her mom gave her a shot, and it looks like she drank milk and is allergic to milk and went into anaphylactic shock, and they had to give her an epinephrine pen. I say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. Yeah, Jay, they could definitely go for like a milk alternative. Don't cry. Don't Bible thump. It's okay. So, it seems like the character has severe mental illness, probably schizophrenia, and is allergic to milk. I used to be lactose intolerant, but I'm not anymore, which is weird. I lost 60 pounds, and I used to have like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and I was like intolerant to any milk product, and then I lost weight, and I started eating healthier, and like all of it went away, and I don't have IBS, and I don't have lactose intolerance anymore. I don't know. Oh, it cured when you were 6? I guess it just goes away with time for a lot of people then. I finally get to my room. I'm so tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I still feel comfy and warm in my room. Even the weird sounds coming from outside don't make me feel anxious at all. It's the contrary for you, Uncanny? You have to drink alternatives now? That's interesting. I hope that you like them at least, though. I'm glad that my lactose intolerance went away because I love ice cream. God, I eat so much. I can't control myself. I like have to not buy it or I will eat all of it. It's my kryptonite. It's my crutch. I kind of like almond milk. I don't like that we call these things milk though, because they're not milk. They don't have the same proteins. They're not a homogeneous thing. They are blended up almonds in water, or they are coconut solids mixed with coconut liquids, or they are soy like what's left after they make tofu, you know? And I'm okay with that. I kind of like them, to be honest. I'm willing to drink them, but I kind of wish they weren't called milk, because It's very interesting we're playing a milk game because I was literally talking about this yesterday. Milk is kind of gross if you think about it. We're not really supposed to drink milk, but we do, and we turn it into cheese and stuff. I'm not using the phone mic. That would have been a really good idea, Jay. I should have done that. I have a for those who don't know, I have a microphone that's a telephone. You know what, Jay? The next game I play, that's like this, I'm gonna use the phone mic. Okay, because that would have been perfect. God, you're so right. I finally get to my room. I already read this. Mom told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I've washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with a toothbrush in my mouth. I look at my reflection, shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. And there was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favorite time of the day. I loved anticipating the inevitable moment when the reality and the dream world would clash. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool, but the dreams always slowly but surely slipped away. Yes, the thick, milky foam coming from the mouth, Varg, very much sounds like a seizure, an epileptic seizure. Or I worked with a girl. I used to work at a phone repair store when I was like 19, and I worked with a girl who she had her own room, her own office, and her own like she had a mood light in there, and she had a TV where she played like Netflix all day. And it's not like she was really good at repairing phones, but the thing was, if she got too stressed out, she would have a seizure, and her seizures could be very deadly. And so her sister also worked there with her, because if she ever did have a seizure, her sister had to be the one to. Oh, you think so? Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Her sister had to be the one to help her. And so I think it might not be epileptic seizure, it might be that stress induced. Jay, the building is something that Varg sent. Varg is a new chatter as of this game, which I'm very happy. Welcome. And he sent me that image in chat because supposedly it looks very, very similar to the apartment building that this girl is in Russia. This game takes place in Russia. Also, to talk about this, I paused because I wanted to talk about the message that's on screen. I used to be this way. I loved dreaming when I was young. But then, for 7 years straight, I had nightmares. Every night, the same nightmare. And I went and I stopped dreaming. I eventually stopped dreaming. And I went and then I hit puberty. And I had migraines every single day at around the same time of the day. And so I went to the doctor, and they did like either an MRI or a CAT scan or something. And they had me go to sleep for about 45 minutes. And they told me that I don't enter REM sleep, REM sleep, which is where you dream. And they theorized that my brain stopped entering REM sleep so that I would stop having psychologically damaging nightmares. And it isn't until recently, like literally like a year ago, that I started dreaming again. I didn't dream for like my entire teenage and young adult life. And only recently have I started dreaming regularly. And now my dreams are so vivid that they wake me up. There's so much that I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh my God, I can't deal. It's weird. It's a weird feeling, and this message made me think of that. As if somebody fished them out of my head, one after another, until nothing was left, and now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. I do write them down, Uncanny. A lot of them, I'm writing a D&D campaign for my friends, and a lot of them are being turned into D&D campaign encounters. So there is a good part to it. That is a lot of pills. After finishing my face, I usually reach out for pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately since I always swallow them as a bunch without thinking. Now I want to have a better look at it, to twirl it between my fingers, to chew on it. When I was young, do you guys know the brand Advil? The headache liquid capsules? When I was young, I was in like 5th grade, and I went to a amusement park, and it was so hot that I got a migraine, and it was a school field trip, and it was so bad, it was so hot, it was one of those like heat things. I was super dehydrated. I now know I was super dehydrated, but as a kid I just thought I needed some Advil, and my friends dared me to chew the Advil because we knew that medicine tasted bad, but we were like little boys, and it was like there was battery acid in my mouth, dude. It was so bad. I remember, like, not the taste, but the feeling of it. I'd do anything to stall just for just a little bit more time. A smooth, protruded red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in a murky, semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its contents. So what do we have inside you? I gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise it turns out to be soft and squishy. I press harder, and the capsule pops. Sticky, bright red liquid pours out. Filthy, filthy! The pill flies straight into the waste bin, and I start rigorously washing my hands. No, there's no way I'm drinking that. Next was a flat pill with the same blood red color. There were some letters printed out on it. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy, but it's not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No, no, no. I don't even want to look at it. The pill flies into the waste bin as well. The next half an hour goes by a similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I find a reason not to swallow it. I invent my own medicine instead and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. Hey, my neck doesn't hurt anymore. My hand doesn't hurt anymore. My head doesn't hurt anymore. My heart doesn't hurt anymore. My stomach doesn't hurt anymore. My eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I need to brag about it to someone right away. How did you sleep? In real life? Are you talking about the story I was telling? I didn't enter REM sleep. REM sleep is random eye movement sleep. It's when dreams happen. I did not enter them. But not to my mom. She'll just scold me. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without reason. I'll think of something myself. Besides, I just really want some small talk. I wonder what's going to be my conversation partner. You gotta take your pills, my man. Hey. Oh, I gotta click it. Nice. Wow, this is like a real visual novel now. Hey, long time no see. It hasn't even been an hour, dummy. You know we're only supposed to meet once per day, right? I think I'm gonna do this one. I'm not bullying you. I'm sorry. There you go, bullying me again. Aren't you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? That's not true. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, alright? I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effect wears off. How about that? You can't do that. You can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't need you at all. I'm so energetic and I feel great, which means I can do anything, and you can only watch and agonize over your uselessness. I can imagine how angry you are right now. What made you so happy all of a sudden? Why would I be sad? Remember yourself a couple hours ago? I don't know what you mean. No, dude, I don't want to. Alright, we're doing the top one. Nuh-uh, I still don't understand. Whatever. Unlike you, I won't forget that pathetic, snotty girl for a long time. No, come on. Stop being so mean. Don't even try ruining my mood. I want to have fun while we're together, alright? So you're the one calling the shots now? Yeah. Well then, let's see how long you can last. We'll see. No, you're not. I can feel tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin, and then falling on my clothes, burning holes in them. Hey, at least I tried. Go wash your face, then we'll decide what to do with you. Don't be so mean to her. She's got things. She's working through them. I'm in front of a mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneery looks the walls are giving me, trying not to drown in their giggling. But then me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile, bares her teeth at me. I shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. It wouldn't have helped. It wouldn't have helped even if I sunk through the floor. I start counting in my mind. 2 squared, 2 by 2 squared, a square squared, a square pyramid squared, a pyramidal structure cubed, a pyramidal structure hypercubed. I feel better. But my head is splitting apart now. Yeah, I want to apologize. It's not your fault. It's never your fault. I don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know? Yeah, you ought to know how challenging it was. I had a nightmare very recently. Jay, I'm planning on making a video about it, to be honest. Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision, right? Whatever it was your decision. Does it even matter? I don't want to tell her what to think, so I'm gonna ask what she thinks. I can't be sure about anything, and you don't take me seriously anyway. Then why did you do that? I felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true, the pain subsided for a bit at that time, but now I feel it triple in force. It hurts so bad. You know what to do. Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that kept floating up in my memory. And yet, my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood in transparent clothing travel down my esophagus, scratching at soft walls, leaving behind furrows. I shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsens my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. No, I'm not going to animate it. No, I have an idea for a video, the layout. There's a YouTuber that I used to like a lot that stopped making videos, and I was very inspired by their style. So I'm gonna emulate. You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than pain. Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill into the air and catch it with my mouth. High skill. High skill. We're just hanging out with this girl, I guess. I lie on the floor. I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking of concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. The save point? When do you recommend that I save then? Because escape is save, ain't it? I'm sure there's going to be a point of like a big divergent point. So I guess we'll see when we get there. Do you want to talk about it? No, I've had enough talking. What do you want then? I just want to lie down for a bit. What were you thinking lying on the floor phrases my moment? Okay, understood. Even if the ceiling is bound to collapse, it won't be today. Sure, I'll say that. Okay, alright. I'll be quiet. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Oh, that's the back of her head. We're looking at the ceiling. Her room is very small. Very small. I carefully extract thoughts that are yet to be fully formed from my head and lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my corkboard. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around. In the end, I throw them off with my hand, annoyed, and start over. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming, like cockroaches. I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? I'm actually allergic to cockroaches. I'm allergic to them, and they give me asthma. I don't mind either way. There they go, dancing. I'm gonna dance too. How do I know that? So, when I was young, same thing with the migraines that I was talking about earlier. They thought that I was allergic to something in my school, like something very common, like the type of paint or dust or something like that. So I went to a allergy specialist doctor, and they stabbed me with this it was like a pin board that was about the size of this book, and they stabbed me with it along both of my arms. And then after about 15 minutes, they came back and they measured it with like a circle gauge, just like this. They measured it with a circle gauge like this, and based on how big the welts got, that's how allergic I was to that thing. And I was only allergic to two things. Number one, cockroaches. And number two, you know when you roll down a grass hill and you get really itchy? And you're like, it's itchy. I get extra itchy. That's all. I don't roll down hills because it's so itchy. But like my brother, I remember when I was young, my brother would be like, we'd roll down the hill and I'd be like, God, I'm so itchy. And he'd be like, I mean, a little bit from like the grass being scratchy. But that's all. Now with roaches, so I'm going to discuss to you guys a little bit, if you didn't already know this. Roaches, when you see an insect molt its shell, right, like a cicada, when they molt, they leave behind the exoskeleton. When a spider molts, it leaves behind an exoskeleton. When roaches molt, they do not molt an exoskeleton. They produce dander. Just like when you have really dry skin or dandruff and flakes of your skin are coming off in a very, very fine powder, roaches do the same thing. And I am allergic to that. So if there are... No, don't leave, Uncanny. I'm sorry. I'll finish. But if there are a bunch of roaches, I get asthma because I breathe it in. And yeah, so if you have roaches, make sure you clean it up because they're really gross. Roaches are I'm a Buddhist. I don't kill anything. But roaches are the only thing where I'm like, I have to call an exterminator. I have to, you know? So anyway, yeah, there you go. I'm allergic to roaches. Since we're playing this horror game, I'm just dumping out the horror. I don't even have time to blink before my thoughts, they're fireflies now, start whirling all over the ceiling of their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. It's just, that moment doesn't come. Interesting, Varg. I'll read that for viewers at home. The cockroaches are brought in here most likely because of the Russian saying, we all have our own cockroaches in our head, meaning we all have our oddities. Dude, Varg, you are like the perfect guy explaining everything for me right now. Thank you for coming to my stream when I play this game. The mocking sounds of flapping wings coming from the ceiling make me start losing my patience. Enough! I hate you! I spring to my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter. Good job, now start over. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Should it? Dude, what the fuck? Should it bother her to look bad? No. A lot of people act like this. Really? There's nothing shameful about snapping at someone if you have reason for that. I wish you luck, Jay. I think you got it, my dude. Be yourself. Talk to her about something. I've had a lot of partners. That doesn't mean that I'm good at talking to people, but one thing I've learned is, you know how they say just be yourself? It really is. Just talk to them like they're a normal person. They're human too. They're just normal people. They're not like some different beast that you have to play some game to talk to. Just talk to them like the normal person, and you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. You did have a reason, didn't you? You'll surely get better, believe me. And now, start over. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. And I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. I raise my eyes to look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. I glance around the room. There are too many places for a creature as small as a firefly to hide here. They can be anywhere. Suddenly, I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me? Please, tell me you will help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. Okay, alright, I need to save. I love that the saved game is the same scary image from before. Okay, I did it, Varg. I saved the game. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know it better than anyone else. That's the thing, I have no idea. Will you tell me? Okay. That looks like the one reborn. I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They're so itchy. Why are you crying? My eyes are itchy. He's moving in the background. Did you drink milk? I wonder, if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, will my eyes stop itching? I wonder, if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, all my eyelashes one after another, if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another. What have you done? I need to gather my glass, and then I need to have a bath, and then, here, drink some milk. I stand in the middle of the room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. And my thoughts are hiding from me. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. I guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. No, 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 and no. If I make even the smallest of messes here, I'll feel really bad. All the things should stay in their place, and that's it. Why? You'll have to tell me if you don't want to. I don't, and I won't. Alright then. So we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch. Yeah. I have an idea. See ya, Jay. Have a good day. I hope you had a good time. Last time, becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. Now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. You know, those games where have moments when you just look at different objects and something inevitably happens. It sounds so fun. And what about the things you use regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make it even more interesting. This is so childish. You want to know what's the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Oh god. And yes, I started panicking as soon as I get in a multiple choice situation. I'll just keep and she gives me nothing but multiple choices. I keep getting multiple choices that I'm not ready for, and she's like, "Oh, I'm panicking." This girl. I'll just keep changing my mind and end up crying or running away. Do you want that to happen? She is a handful. I'm not gonna push her. I'm gonna push her. Come on, don't be so boring. I was just teasing you. You don't have to bear the whole burden. Asking for help is a reasonable decision too. That's a fact right there. Let's begin already. I go to the middle of the room and start look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny firefly? Ah, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. I look down. After a moment, a small ball of light and warmth crawls out from under my sweater. Wowee! Hello, little firefly. I carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. Put it on my shoulder. I'm sorry, little guy. Time to come home now. As if it was an order, the firefly slowly drifts up, circles around my head for a bit, and then flies into my ear with the speed of a bullet. One down. Let's look for the others. Yeah. You know what I just thought of? My shirt fits this game very well. I bought this shirt from a guy named, God, I can't remember his name. But if you've ever read Junji Ito's manga, Uzumaki, he made a little shirt playing on that. Here it is. And something about this game just made me think like it fits perfectly. It's Porky Pig saying, "That's all, folks," coming out of the spiral face as Junji Ito, and it just reminded me so much of it. Okay, so obviously I don't like the garbage in the corner. Junji. Let's check our bag first. I look down. My school bag, worn and silly, is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. It's a little cruel. It's a little mean. I'm gonna say that one. Okay. After all, you're not my pet. I'm not going along with this nonsense anymore. Hey, it wasn't on purpose this time. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special. Mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright, alright. What did you like the most there? Yeah, I still feel it. I still feel that it's like, it's a little whimsical. It's a little, like there's a flow to it and a rhythm, but it's not rhyming in English, but I get it. It's interesting that it rhymed in Russian. I'm gonna move my headphones down so that they don't hit my mic, so you guys don't have to hear double audio. Well, the rooms were really bright, not like at home. Don't rush me. Let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft and the food was nice. Beds at school? By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. You never graduated, though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago, the tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner and went to our rooms. I don't remember. And does it even matter? Tell me about it again. Is your memory that bad? Please. Fine. That day, Dad picked me up from school earlier, explaining that I needed to grow up. It's not like I could completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. We got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner together, and went to our separate rooms. Satisfied? One more time. I don't want her to tell me again. I don't want her to tell me again. I'm good. Dad bought milk on our way home. Again. I hate milk so much. Mom was not home. Again. I hate Mom so much. Suddenly, I felt someone's eyes on my back. Knowing that these moments should never ever be ignored, I turned around, but there's nothing there. Everything that happened next happened after something that led to everything that happened after what had happened. I looked at my bag again, light pouring into the room through the window glints of the metal parts. There's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. I almost end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I managed to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It's already happened countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? I've spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. I look down and see a small insect is crawling toward me from my bag. It's barely glowing, and it can't even fly. I guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it, and then flies up. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies towards me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly entering my ear. It's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while, and then goes silent. This one's kind of sad. I wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure, let's continue searching. Let's do the radio. I don't like that. Let's turn that off. Okay, I have the fan now, and the music is like loud. What's funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that is looking straight at a giant fan. I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it... Okay, that's like super loud. I'm gonna have to turn that down a little bit more. The only thing that's preventing it from flying is a cage it's locked in, and the cable. It's like an inmate if you think about it. Radio tracks? I bet it's just like radio silence and just noise. It's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. Letters on the wall. Ah, those. Those are the photos of my best memories. But they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Are we continuing the search or what? AC unit? I look up toward a very high place under my ceiling. I can hear a countless number of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh well. Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be there? Have you forgotten? You were the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. They became fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't disappear just like that. So they occupied this place. Do you understand now? I'll pretend I do. Vent. Not easy to get out of here. There's a door right there. Sleeping bag, a desk, cabinet, computer, a smaller radio, plants that are obviously dead, notes, toothbrush, pills, trash, cupboard. Okay, let's work from our bottom up. This is my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature would be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deep into it with a couple of favorite items, close their eyes, and then... It's midnight. Go to sleep. I gently slap my cheeks to return myself to senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually, I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now, I can't. Let's continue searching. Maybe we'll find something inside. Nah, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary, they always cause insomnia, just like tonight. What? I said, searching here is meaningless. Alright. Oh, there's an umbrella as well. The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder. It's the only thing that defends me against the thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling. It's such a blessing that I can't do it without my help. That it can do it without my help. Still, a firefly won't hide in a place like that. It will catch a cold and be unable to fly. You don't want to check it? Why? I'm sure we won't find anything there. Alright, cabinet. I doubted all of the compartments are locked. What if? I don't even want to think about what's inside. Who knows what I'll end up imagining? Okay, computer time. I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered in a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item. I fear it. Why? It's a long and boring story. Tell me about it. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I spent my whole days in front of a screen. Games, drawing, engineering calculator, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. Yeah, I did, before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You've had everything for comfortable living. Do you imagine? I imagined. Alright, so you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. And here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Do you want to talk about something? Oh my god. Yeah. You'll end up returning to that subject anyway. On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you to the pet store. Now, your new home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. And the most important part, you have a lot of neighbors here. Their cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you, too. That means you're all the same. Apart from the fact that they were born at that shop. You'll ask, what does that indicate? And I'll tell you, nothing at all. I forgot what I was talking about. Let's start over. This time try to avoid stupid hamster analogies. You know I'm not at fault here. So, I had a lot of friends online, tens, hundreds of them, impossible to count. Is it impossible though? I had exactly 317 of them. Although, I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk into a pet shop. Oh, right. From my 317 friends, 68 were into gaming, just like me. 130 of them liked drawing, just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and a half friends on each side, alright? You can split numbers evenly, no problem, but math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. A major conundrum, right? I knew, of course, that no real people exist on the web. I also understand that all of my friends die the moment I turn off my laptop, but I still wasn't even a bit worried. Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers, which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? It means everyone who shares my interest is my friend, and I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Anyway, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose, its mathematical formula. And if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behavior at any moment. No, I'm getting it. I'm following. You don't need to follow me around, just listen. I sit on the floor and my laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters. Words and actions from the web person are just executable code. One day, someone appeared. From that point, my laptop was already on. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Suddenly, a firefly slowly crawls out from my laptop's vent grill. I reach for it. It gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see that myself, if only I knew what. Looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again, as if coming back to its senses. Okay, understood. I have to move. My leg is falling asleep. For some time, thinks about the future course of actions, and then flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. What about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you. I'm sorry. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story. Maybe. Do you promise? I promise. And if you forget, then remind me with a code word, for example. What code word? I'll think of one later. And for now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. Alright, up we go to the little radio. More static. Turn that off. Right, insects enjoy pollinating the flowers and stuff like that. I get close to the flower shelf, I sniff around, the leaves smell of dust and cardboard and death. You know those plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. Well, we kind of don't have a choice, you know? Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Weren't you listening to me at all? Cupboard. I tilt my head backwards and almost fall over. The closet is hanging under the ceiling, at least 300 feet off the floor. Are you joking? Even though it's my room, not everything here is for me to use. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, totally. And I'm definitely not worried. Not even the littlest bit. Not even a smidgen of the littlest bit. Not even for 1,000%. That's how much I don't care. Hey, I'm not even done telling you about how much I don't care. From this moment, I'm ignoring you. Oh no, you don't. Then act normal. She doesn't need to act normal. Your usual notebook pages glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take in without trouble. Dosage and side effects. Ah, my eye. Yeah. I thought you know them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, isn't it? Of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers. It's not writing. It's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My scream makes the page rustle relentlessly. After a moment, a firefly appears from underneath one of them. After looking around in a businesslike manner, it takes off into a businesslike flight and ends up entering my businesslike ear. It's funny. Let's continue searching. I turn my eyes towards an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it and a small towel in a hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. Okay, let's look somewhere else. Oh no. Alright, pills. I look at the mound of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. Yes, because you ordered me to. Yeah. I heave a deep sigh, come closer, and extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns. Pills rain down from it, and along with them, a firefly. Hooray! After circling above my head a couple of times, it finally lands in my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. I can finish searching, or I can click on the thing. Oh, there's a clock. I look at the alarm clock. Time continues its unstoppable flow. It's so late. Are you tired? You bet I am. I let out a theatric yawn and hold my arms out to the sides. 1, 2. Then I raise them above my head. 3, 4. Maybe a little workout will help me freshen up. Good idea. Do you remember the exercise you've been taught? I think so. I take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart. Whatever. I'll go with that. Countdown. 5 minutes. Fine. You have a clock right in front of you, though. I can't look at its hands for too long. At first, I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction, and then they disappear altogether. And then things always get messy. Last time, I saw a pair of eyes in the clock's face. And also, I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think. What a mess. Truly a mess. It was a mess, right? A mess. Well, are you counting down? What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. Forget it. Do you see the firefly? Let's continue searching then. Oh my god, she's zoned for an hour? Half an hour? Varg, should I touch this? Should I touch the obviously bad thing? I think I'm gonna do it anyway. Alright. Oh. Oh, I can't touch it. Okay, alright, I understand. Let's finish then. Wow, thank you, game. Thank you for making my decisions easy for me. I've managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all, a zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much, it hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony, breathe in some air. Somehow, those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course, hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time still being me. Ridiculous, like milk outside a bag of milk. And yet, they said the name! They said it! You don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill. Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either, and the day after tomorrow, and never ever. That's a goodbye, then. No. I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. I blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you, but was it really necessary? You'll see tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine, what's the favor? I nervously scratch my wrist and bite on my lower lip. You're afraid to tell me? I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Bully. No, you! Is that what happened, Varg? Is that what just happened? I crawled in my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places, bulging eyes with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know? Then, one day, I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while, and the silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible. One second. Okay. And well deserved, I guess. It felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed there. I guess they liked this place. They always follow in my wake, peeping at me, and I'm scared. I'm kind of scared of them, and can't even argue with them. But today, are still listening, you know? Use your hands. Alright. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? I was trying so hard here, don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax, nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. It sounds silly, but it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. That is boring. Fine. Close your eyes. Okay. An ending with a very ironic name. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley. An awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. Interesting. I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have a name? My name's Tresca. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Have they told you anything? I know all there is to know for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Tresca says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. Do you understand that refusal is futile? Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird, constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's a wacko, and his name is stupid. It's funny. Are we going or what? You can go, and I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Tresca puts on a cutting smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you, I don't like you. He simply burst out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Tresca was walking way faster than me. And, on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. I can't read that. Wow. Varg, you know what's coming, dude. After reaching the store's doors, we are greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Who had the right idea to indicate their working hours this way? They probably have special staff for this. Somebody who runs to change a sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you kidding? Yeah, you're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. And what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says we're closing in 15 minutes. He really does change it every 5 minutes. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh, yeah. After another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realize that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions. Sure. Tresca lets go of my hand and walks confidently towards one of the few store's customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I can't hear. I see where she got hello can I from. I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place, looking the customer straight in the eye. I hurry towards them. Looking the customer straight in the eye. So the store attendant is their friend. I hurry towards them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. I'm sorry. I grab Treska's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer. Oh, never mind. His mouth ajar and eyes popped. He's also shaking. So Treska is her friend. Only when we turn around the corner, Treska calms down. What was that? I got so scared, he said. Suddenly, Treska starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Who, me? Treska pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store's staff hanging a new sign on the door. There you are. I meet Treska at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey you, move. I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of the long queue that is formed after Treska. I squeeze through towards him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee? What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Treska starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is... Oh, no, I'm not saying that. You heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote to the cashier of a much higher value than needed, even counting in all the stupid fees, then grab a bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving, Treska. We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right toward a gas station. There, Treska finally breaks his silence. Do you like ice cream? I love ice cream. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know, he turns away from the path and walks straight toward the highway with determination. I stare at his bag, confused. Well, Treska's gonna die, I guess. Seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Treska's eyes. Oh, animated cutscene. Here we go. Oh, it was a dream. Nikita Krukov? Okay, so I got an ending where Treska dies, I guess. Let's listen to this music, Uncanny. This music's great. You like this music? No, I know you're talking about the music previous. Yeah, I like the music previous. It sounded great. It was very... It really sucked you into the moment, you know? Ghost Funeral. I got a default one. Okay. So I got the normal ending then. I'll try to go for a couple more endings. I might not do all 5 of them unless, you know, Varg, you want to guide me, or if I look up a guide, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and click. Oh, I can't. I can't skip it. Okay, Varg. Alright, that's good. While these play, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, okay? I'm just going to let them play. I hope I don't miss anything. I'm back. It seems like I didn't miss anything. There's no secret Spider-Man. Thank you, Uncanny. Yes, my name is back. You got it. there's no Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse secret ending. Move my microphone a little bit. Okay. All right, we're going to continue then, right, Varg? I'm going to press continue so that I can start from my save. Okay, please give me some fuel to think. I would appreciate it. So they confused him for my son, but in my mind, I referred to Tresca as my friend. And in the story, in the dream, I was the capable one. I was the one who found the milk, and I was the one who walked normally to the store. So I wonder if that was the voice that she talks to. That would be interesting. Yeah, that's a thought as well, is that in moments of clarity, the main character sees herself from an external view, and the external view we just got was her imagining that a past memory of her actions was a separate boy named Tresca. I'm gonna go ahead and click continue. Okay. Now the question is, how is this the point that we diverge? But there's no, what do you mean pick ... You mean like after this? Oh, right here. Oh, I clicked this last time. I see. Instead of asking silly questions, help me find my fireflies. I missed a couple of items? So we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk. Yeah. Okay. Ah, I missed the sketchbook, huh? She just says whatever. Okay. Alright, we have already done this, so I'm gonna skip it. Oh! I found something. What's this? What is that? It's not gonna tell me. Okay. Sleeping bag. Trash bin. I get close to the waste bin and look inside with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. I don't know what I just found, but I found it. There's nothing here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Can't disagree with you here. Okay, I need the backpack. I've already done this. Did I choose a different ending? I didn't notice that the background outside is moving. I found her smartphone. Interesting. Grab 3 and then go to sleep. Okay. Where was the next one? Pills, right here. She just goes, wow, you're right. Here we go. Now that's some ominous shit right there. Okay, alright. Enough of that. Okay, the next one is laptop. Oops. Okay. Do not go to the balcony. I can go out on the balcony? I think I found 3. And I found the smartphone. So let's go to sleep. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, I'll do that. I've already read this as well. Everything till the dream. Okay, understood. Okay, dream. No, not yet. Not yet. I jumped the gun. Okay, here we go. Are we still friends? So that's what friendship is like. You know, this place is so empty, though I don't feel particularly good or bad because of it. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. The edge of the building that she's sitting on, I know that it's like her apartment and it's really high up in the air, but I cannot get out of my mind from Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2. Shion and Roxas and Axel all eating sea salt ice cream on the edge of the building, and like I just saw this and that image popped in my brain, and now it's like stuck in there. I'm all alone, but at the same time it feels like I'm not. Like there's a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. I can create a whole world with them. I'm sure it'll be able to fill the void around me if I try hard enough. Although, no matter how much I think, my surroundings don't change. Yes, things happened in my head, but they never left its premises. And it's not like I tried to suppress them. Maybe they were afraid to come out. She's such a small girl. What kind of pizza would you like to order? I'm gonna eat pizza today, I've decided. Anyway, there's so much space in my head that could be put to good use. So every thought would make... What kind? That's a really good question, Uncanny. Damn, and from where too? Pizza is surprisingly expensive nowadays, especially if you get it delivered. There's a store near me where I live. It's just like a regular grocery store, but it's not like Walmart. You know, I'm sure that you guys both know what Walmart is. The like American, you know, make my own. No way, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. They have like a deli bakery restaurant in their cafeteria area, and it's like you're kind of known. It's kind of known that it's like really good, really easy to, and not super expensive. I'm probably just gonna go there, to be honest with you. I know it's easy, Uncanny. I've watched a lot of like YouTube videos of people making it, and I know that you can buy pre-made dough that's like fresh dough, and you just stretch it out, put the toppings on it, and then bake it. I just I don't know. I do, and I like cooking too. Pizza just always feels like such a, like I don't have the right oven for it. But you know what? I do have the right oven for it. I have a convection oven that can get above 500. So like I could totally do it. Uncanny, I'm gonna consider that option. So every thought would make a senseless and merciless circle in my head, destined to go back to where it started. But there should be an end somewhere. You can't wander around forever. What do you think? Is that my pizza order? I know it sounds scary, but it's not scarier than constantly existing among the void. This place is safe, and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 3 pizzas for the price of 2. It's a pretty good deal. Yeah, there's probably nothing good in having the same thoughts over and over. What's the point of having them anyway? I could have escaped from here, but I feel like my thoughts aren't helping me at all. A bargain. Yeah, a bargain. They should be ashamed. Probably. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. I would have had it easier with one. I tried to find it. It turned out to be a waste of time. No matter where I look, it's not looking good, pun intended, and that strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. This girl, I think the worst part about her condition is that she's so defeated, you know? We also have a discount program for new customers. You can learn more about it on your account page. Don't you think that me being here is also a waste of time? What's the point in that? I can just keep on thinking, and even then, my thoughts are as meaningless and empty as everything else. Doesn't mean that I'm not filling the void, but I'm part of it. Then why should I feel anything? Why should I know that I exist? Although, I'm not even sure of that. This place is always neither warm nor cold, it's neutral. But at the same time, if I think about warmth, I feel warm. Maybe this world corresponds to my thoughts. I wouldn't want to admit that I'm completely empty. I'm not the reason. I like that he has a little sweat on his cheek because she's just standing there thinking. I'm not the reason everything has disappeared, right? Can't I just adapt and get used to having nothing around me since I can't do anything about it? What I mean by that she's so defeated is like someone had to put these thoughts in her head, right? Someone had to tell her that this is how it's supposed to be, and she had to grow up learning that this is what she is and what she's meant to be. And it's really damaging. Are you ready to make your order? Yes, that's right. I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There are a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. I can create a whole world without them, or with them. This place is safe, and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Me being here is a waste of time. I don't feel the void. I'm a part of it. This strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. What's the point in having one? I feel like nobody is helping me. They should feel ashamed. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I'm all alone here. She is running in circles. I can't do anything about it. It's the smartphone! She sent a bunch of messages, but nobody replied. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 4 pizzas for the price of 2. Yo, what a deal! Buy one, get one. I don't care that this place is empty, you hear? I feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone. My head is full of thoughts. They eclipse the world around me. This space is pretty cramped, but at least it's safe. Even though I'll never feel good here. Does that mean existing is a waste of time? I need to decide, and my thoughts will help me. They'll lead me to the exit, and I'll be able to feel proud of myself. I'll be able to save myself. At the same time, I don't really care anymore. This place is empty, but it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm alone, but my head is full of thoughts. A whole world, one might say. If I try hard enough, I'll be able to fill all the void around me. Still, no matter how much I keep thinking, my surroundings don't change. Yes, something happened outside of my head, but What was it? There's not enough space for my thoughts. Oh, she's going in circles. I can't see anything. Wow. That's on my t-shirt. Session timeout. Please reload the page. Her brain. Okay, alright. That ending. Oh, it's not over. Oh no, it is over. This is the same as last time. Varg. That ending, I'm gonna need a little bit from you. I think we see the very beginning of the disease. The girl moves freely around the city, is oriented in the area and space, is not afraid to go to public places, shows interest in communicating with other people, albeit indirectly and not in a very ordinary way. She begins to suspect that perhaps something is seriously wrong with her, something has happened, and she has no way of knowing what it is. She is both depressed and very anxious and apathetic at the same time. Thoughts are running in circles. This, in turn, is very reminiscent of how schizophrenic patients describe their onset of illness. Also noteworthy is the sign where every time you add a new message, I have to adjust my eyes. Also noteworthy is the sign where the dream ends. In my interpretation, it seems to me to be something a little more complex than the obvious reference to the phobia of the letter O and the reference to the heroine's sweater. In various media, the human soul is often depicted as a circle or sphere. A circle is a sign. On the sign is crossed out, split in two. One translation of the word schizophrenia is split soul. The girl looks at the sign in horror, her facial expression as if to say that she has just learned something awful, approaching a symbolic line in her life at which the straight and level railroad tracks end. I can agree with that. It really felt like she went from a depressive state to a repetitive state where she was repeating herself unintentionally. Just like how she did the hamster in the store thing. It's like her thoughts. It's like a broken record or a CD that skips. It's like she doesn't realize that she is skipping. And it just started here. So I agree. I agree with your interpretation of it, Varg. I think that's a really good synopsis. Okay, so let's go for the other one. So this time, I'm going to choose ... And then I'm going to do 3 of the things. Okay, so I don't need to worry about the ... anymore. I don't need to worry about the ... or the other version, the other question. Okay, understood. Okay, escape, save game, game saved, escape. All right, we're gonna do so I picked up the smartphone, which is this thing, which kind of looks like a cigarette. I'm going to do the backpack first. And I already did this. Skip. Okay, next is the laptop. And the background has changed. Probably because I picked up the smartphone. Okay, alright, collect all 5. Okay, I have to scroll up in chat to see what all 5 were. Okay, I did the backpack, the laptop. Now it's time for pills. Okay, and next is the notes. Okay. I don't want to accidentally click finish searching. I accidentally clicked the... What did I accidentally click? Okay. Where are the notes? Or where is the notebook? On the stool. Oh, thank you. This is my sketchbook. Half of its pages are blank, which means it'll still be good for a couple of years. You draw that rarely? Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take the bus. Do you even realize what kind of nightmare that can turn into? Maybe you can ask your mom to buy you one? Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form coherent? She just like played dumb. Instead, so you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another? Then how would I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. She really is beating around the subject. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires, the sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. The sketchbook is lying on the stool. From my height, it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page, the way it should be. Too bad, I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no! I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. The rustling is stopped, even though the wind is still howling from every direction. It can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look if I wait a little longer. If I wait. It's okay. Fine. I open my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know, did you? You're the smart one here. You tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outline of drawings on previous pages. No way. Everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it. I'm closing my eyes. Look, there. A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly! The wind immediately stops. For a moment, the world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy, you made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up, and enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. It spends some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but then its buzzing dies down. You okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. Okay, I think that's everything. Let me scroll up to make sure. Okay, so the ones that I needed to do were the backpack, got it. The pills, got it. The notes, done. The sketchbook, and the laptop. I believe I'm done. So I'm going to click finish searching now. It really did become a point-and-click adventure, huh? You found all the fireflies. Amazing. All right. GG. I guess. I've managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Alright, I've already read this, I believe. If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all. A zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? Varg, do I go onto the balcony? Don't collect the phone. Don't go out. Okay, don't go out. Ah, I see. She said zero sum. Alright, I'll stay here. So, I assume then that going out will be my last ending, since this will be my... Is this my fourth ending? Is this my third or fourth ending? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will... I think it's my third ending. Hoping that tomorrow will come... Alright, I've already read this. Let's skip a bit. Alright. Okay. I think I can skip here as well. Everything is fine, don't you see, is the name of this ending. Okay, alright. Another terrible morning. Boo, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. You know, I thought that schizophrenia was something that you were born with, and I guess it is, but I guess the previous ending implies, and Varg, your message implies that it's something that develops and like gets worse over time. Is that safe to assume? Hold on one second. I know that we're right in the middle of an ending, but hold on. Sorry about that. Okay. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. Oh, interesting. So it's something that you're born with, but it doesn't come on all at the same time. That's a little scary. It's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Oh, okay. Very good. Another terrible morning. Why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not like I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. It's not what defines you anyway. Okay, I'm not going to read anymore unless it changes. Very good. Okay. Nice hair, girl. There's another one. That one looks really, really good. Have any of you read Demon Slayer, the manga? Upper Moon 1, anyone? Every single time she says the first day, that's good. Good morning. I feel wonderful today. Can't wait for my first day at school. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Ooh, I like that one. I'm a fan of that. Oh, and that's the end. All right, then. So what do you think about that ending, Varg? I felt like it was a little self-explanatory. The girl appears to be consciously imitating word for word the scene that has been depicted in her head, when perhaps she no longer needs to go to any school, and her mom does not call her anywhere, sinking into increasingly traumatic hallucinatory experiences as her condition worsens. The scene where the soundtrack is again normal and the girl has no facial features, huge doses of drugs have created a facade of relatively normal behavior and mood, but the drugs, along with the severity of the illness, begin to erase the girl's personality. Behind the seeming improvements is a terrible truth. The last scene, reflections seen in the back of the head, the medication no longer works, the personality as such is no longer there. The internal dialogue, even the delirium, has completely stopped. Stage of profound schizophrenic dementia. That's what seems to be happening, yeah, and the voice in her head that she communicates with seems to be pulling back the memories that she has so carefully erased. When the pills no longer work, I don't know what she can do other than it seems a little sad that it seems like the game might be hinting at the only thing in store for this girl is suffering. All right. So now I'm on ending 4, Varg. So what are the tasks? Oh, great guru, guide me. While I wait for your message, I'm going to light some incense. Okay, all right, balcony time. So I need to get a couple fireflies first. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. That makes me talk a lot. Okay, great. And then let's go for the laptop. Wait. I have to hear. Oh, dude. I did it? I was just randomly clicking. Okay, now let's do the notes. Okay, one more. Pills, I guess. That one's valuable. Okay, that's 4, so let's finish searching. Okay, I'll do it. There's no way somebody cares about you that much. Just for a couple of minutes, okay? My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, it has hundreds of concrete and metal boxes on its walls. There are lights on in the windows, there are muffled voices coming from the inside, the howling wind spirals up and splits into hundreds of independent streams. Seems like it wants to be heard by every person living there. It must feel so lonely, living in endless silence. Your apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? I could see, for people who are wondering why the apartment building is in the top right over there, this is the apartment building. I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point it circled around and closed in on itself. Oh, I see. Okay, let me put that on stream. I'm taking so long to click that it's like advancing to an eyeball. Do you see that? That's creepy. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the top right. Actually, I'll put it down here. There we go. Yeah, I'm blocking a little bit of the game, but who cares? Nothing happens in that bottom corner anyway. Moving chat on top of the previous image. My bad. I did not realize. Okay, there we go. I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point it circled around and closed on itself. Nothing unusual about that. How do you feel? I definitely feel sometimes that's more than enough. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course. Moreover, I'm completely terrified. Was it that obvious? You're looking in every direction, but not up. Ah, this. I've already told you, haven't I? About what? Oh, you know, small stuff. Can small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. I climb up the metal railing and let my legs hang down. I sneak short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with angry, cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel like the whole world pretends to be crazy, as if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, trick, confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself after all. You believe in this is the definition of craziness. You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against the pot's walls, smashing the glass to dust and blowing away the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I still haven't come up with a code word. You were the one to remember your promise. You don't need a code word anymore. I don't like when this happens. I want to remember certain things only when I want to. Nonetheless, you've made that promise, and I'll keep it. But you need to keep in mind that from this moment on, every word will bring me pain. I bend down and imagine falling into the abyss. I have exactly 2 minutes before I meet my end. Oh, she's actually falling. Okay. I had a friend online, my best friend, even though the combination of letters he used instead of his name wasn't that cool. Well, the combination of pixels he had instead of his photo was also boring and unattractive. This is so strange and wrong, breaking the rules of being online. Why was he doing that? Maybe his code was a few lines short. I don't quite get what you mean. I could tell you about these rules. You can't find them anywhere, but I'm smart, so I figured them out myself. Although, I'm not sure if I should divulge them. Why? When I try to say what I think out loud, I tend to make mistakes. If I make just a single one, everything that comes after contradicts my thoughts, and end up with the opposite position. And I don't want that. According to that logic, it'd be better for you to keep your mouth shut forever. Yeah, that's my dream. Keep my mouth shut. Never get up from bed. Never see or hear anything. Just dream on and on. Oh, why is everything so terrible? Don't get distracted. So what was that about your friend? My friend? Ah, yes. He was brazen enough to... Come on, gather your thoughts. He somehow made me believe that he was real. He kept describing someone else's life to me in detail, as if it was him, and he expected me to do the same. And then I told him everything about myself, without hiding a single thing. I grit my teeth. The wind whips my face without mercy. It slices my skin into uneven strips, as if it's a piece of thin cloth. He knew more about me than anyone else in the world. You know what he did? Yeah. Sending an army of bots to harass me was probably fun. And what's more important, it was a win-win situation. They spawned here and there, simple bits of code that are effortless to run. No wonder the algorithm assigns that pattern more often than the others from the list. Text and video generators get to work at the same time. My name surfaces on the web more and more. It's unbearable. Unbearable. From around every corner, every balcony, ceiling, attic, wall, I always feel many pairs of watchful eyes directed at me. And now they watch me from the screens too. But I'll put an end to it. I've decided a long time ago, though. Maybe I only decided that only. My body finally crashes into the ground, smashing into millions of tiny pieces like porcelain. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. That took exactly 2 minutes. That's crazy. That took exactly 2 minutes. Which makes me feel like maybe I didn't click fast enough. Maybe I didn't read fast enough. I return to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. Without a second thought, I go toward my laptop and yank the power cable from the outlet. That's it. That's it. That's it. What are you going to do? What's with these silly questions? Going to sleep, of course, hoping that tomorrow will come. I read these already. Okay, here we go. Green. That makes me uncomfortable. I wake up lying on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls and a single door. I can hear muffled sounds coming from the other side of it. The name of this ending, as per Varg, is someone there? Was anyone here at all? Scary sounds. What is that? What is that? That's her. Yeah, it's her hugging her knees. I hug my knees and wrap myself in my sweater like it's a blanket. It's no use. I'm chilled to the bone. The room is pretty spacious, but I still can't shake the feeling that I'm trapped inside a suffocating casket, and the faint blue glow that sneaks in through the keyhole only adds to that feeling. Do you want to know what's outside? As if on cue, an inhuman roar comes from the other side of the door. It becomes louder and louder, more and more distinct with every passing second. Somebody or something is getting closer. I curl into a ball, try to take up as little space as possible. Maybe I can become invisible or become smaller in some miraculous way. In the meantime, the howl becomes unbearably loud, but only for a moment. Then it sheepishly backs off until I can't hear it anymore. I finally decide to stand up. After I do that, I hear another strange sound. It's coming from right above me now. The ceiling moves upwards, squeaking. Small debris is falling on my head. I squint a little, then raise my hand, trying to touch the ceiling, but it suddenly starts to rise quicker and instantly disappears into the darkness. I'm not in a casket anymore. Well, it wasn't exactly a casket now. It was a well in the form of a casket. The room becomes darker and colder. I'll have to do something at some point. Hours pass. I frantically run from one wall to the other, delirious. The walls run away from me, making the already spacious room even bigger. In the end, I stand amidst endless darkness, and only the door is watching me with its eye. BRB, hold on 1 second. Apologies. I jump scared you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My nose was itching so bad. I had to go wipe my nose. It was so itchy. I was hoping it would go away, and then it just didn't. I kept purposefully avoiding it. I could sometimes hear horrifying rustles and howls on the outside. However, now I don't even have a choice anymore. I slowly come to the door and reach out toward it. As expected, the door also moves away from me. I continue moving forward with my hands stretched out. I don't want to lose the only source of light in this pitch-black darkness. At some point, I get tired of sneaking up on the door, like it's some wild animal, so I lunge at it, trying to grab the handle. However, at the last moment, the door whizzes away, and I fall to the cold floor, unable to keep my balance. It hurts. Stupid door. Stupid, nasty, cursed door. I hate you. I scream at the top of my lungs. I finally let out all the despair that I had bottled up. I slowly realize how horrible the situation I ended up in is. I don't stop screaming for a moment because I'm scared to end up in complete silence. If the reality around me disappears, my twisted imagination will take over, and the realest thing I have right now is my voice. Hey, I can hear you. A voice coming from the other side of the door. I'm here, come closer. I scream thrice as hard as before. I scream until my throat hurts, until my ears start buzzing. My biggest wish right now is to keep touching with that person. Whoever they are. Hey, where are you? Feet, hand. I rush toward the door, stumbled on the way. I keep running for a minute, for 10 minutes. But the door isn't even an inch closer. At the same time, the distance between us haven't grown either, which means I match it in speed. I just need to make one final push. I gather the last bit of strength I have and push my legs off the ground. The jump feels like an eternity. I stretch out my hand, almost touching the scratchy wood. There she goes jumping. I dive face first onto the ground with ridiculous speed. I slide at least 30 more feet like that thanks to inertia, leaving behind a bloody trail. My hand is still outstretched, trying to grab empty space. Tears stream down my face, making the numerous scratches burn. I try to wipe them, but I scream and yank my hand away the moment I touch my face. My lips and nose are now a mushy mess. Somebody help. The other side of the door is completely silent. The silence reigns for an excruciatingly long time. However, at some point, that silent torture ends. Hey, I can see you. I try to reply, but stifled whimpers come out of my throat instead of words. Are you hurt? Yes. I stand up from my knees despite continuing to cry. I take a couple deep breaths and start running again. I keep running for hours. I feel like the door is closer to me by an inch or two now. I almost let myself stop for rest at the thought. I can't rest. I'll catch up to it sooner or later. The voice from the other side of the door keeps asking me how I feel. I let out heavy, ragged breaths in reply. I'll fall from exhaustion if I utter even a single word. Still, I'm thankful to them and don't want them to become silent. After another hour passes, I barely scratch the handle with my nails. I'm almost there. I'm so scared. Why aren't you doing anything? Why are they doing this to me? Don't they understand how painful this is for me? Almost there. Almost. You're scaring me. Go away. Rage fills my brain. I ignore the pain in my bones and channel all my strength in one final jump. I firmly grasp the handle and open the door. Blinding light hits my eyes. I lose the ground beneath my feet and start falling. I'm lying face down in the grass. I smell water, earth, and the dampness of the night, and grass, of course. The wind tickles the back of my head. It howls and jumps around restlessly. Lying down like this is unpleasant and rude when nature is so alive around me with sounds and, I'm pretty sure, colors, too. I stand up, full of anticipation. I see an endless field, a clear sky without a single star, and a pale moon somewhere very, very far away. I shake my head and try to focus my eyes on anything, but to no avail. My surroundings are just too vast. I feel dizzy. Bam! I'm lying in the thick, wet grass again, but this time I'm looking at the darkness of a night sky instead of just darkness. Is there any real difference, though? The wind howls. It's clearly upset, but what can I do about it? I hear an indiscernible echo coming from far away. A wolf or something or someone else. Does it even matter? I'm in the grass. Nobody can see me. The echo draws closer and closer. At some point, I realize that I'm not a wolf. That it's not a wolf. I jump up and start turning my head in a panic. Where is that sound coming from? I haven't said that out loud, but got an instant reply. Hey, I can hear you. My voice runs across the field, mixing with the rustle of the grass and the howls of the wind. It feels like it's about to get absorbed by them, but... Hey, where are you? I can't understand where should I run to, and if I should run at all. Somebody clearly wants me to find and help them. Maybe they're hurt. The grass tickles my heels while I drag my feet in the direction where I think the sound is coming from. It's just, there's not a single tree or stone around, only an endlessly wide field. I hear a resounding, painful scream. I shut my eyes and cover my ears. I suddenly feel scared. The screams turn into cries. I carefully raise my head, still scared to death. Somewhere very far away, among the thick grass, I spot a silhouette, just a small black spot, but hey, I can see you! The silhouette doesn't move, but the sound is definitely coming from its direction. No, it's not a scream, more like a whisper or a wheeze. Are you hurt? No reaction again, just muffled sounds. Maybe it's the wind going mad, and the black spot is just a stone or a tree. I walk away, disappointed. 100 steps, 200 steps. Then I turn around. Surprisingly, the spot hasn't become smaller. I start jogging. The grass is no longer tickling me. It's whipping my ankles, leaving cuts. Feelings of panic and unexplainable dread grow inside me. A stone, a tree. Why the hell is this field endless? I turn around. I don't turn around anymore. I know that it's chasing me. The sound reaching my ears becomes even stranger, louder, and more distinct. The wind is bullying me too, huh? Isn't that right? That's the case, right? Finally, I stop. I ran out of breath. I'm at the brink of dying, at least I think so. The horrifying voice is coming from right behind me. I turn around instinctively and, for some reason, try to shield my face, but end up losing balance and falling to the ground. The grass replies with a nasty cackling rustle. I've had enough. I spring up. The silhouette is still there, at the same distance as before. It's standing there, without moving an inch. I'm scared here, you know. Why don't you do anything? The silhouette trembles and starts slowly gliding towards me, following by new sound, wheezes, moans. Fear shackles me. I can only stand and watch the approaching black spot. My lips are parched. I speak in a voice I don't recognize. You're scaring me. Go away. After that, the spot expands rapidly, and in the blink of an eye, most of the sky in the field is consumed by the sticky, cold darkness. Paralysis finally lets my body go, and I immediately sprint away. I run so fast that the grass turns into a dark green mush under my feet. I slip up, fall, run again. Ooh. I see why she's afraid of the letter O. An unknown force turns my head with a crunching sound, and darkness consumes everything. I wake up on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls. Wow. What a terrible nightmare. There's only one more ending now. Just so you guys know, you're new here, this is the longest I have ever streamed. Very long stream. Okay. Omitting the various obvious interpretations, she runs as hard as she can to stay where she is. Applies her own strength and the help of medication to outrun the condition, at least to remain at the previous level, but all these effects are in vain. All the struggle is invisible to the others. They don't know how to help her. Yeah, Uncanny, this is the longest I've ever streamed. I'm the type of guy, I get off work at like 8 p.m., but I go to work at like 8 a.m., so I stream sometimes for a couple hours here and there, but today I don't have work. The lines are repeating themselves because she is her own terrible monster. She and her psyche are the main cause of her problems. She is chasing herself. Illness catches up with her, turns her head. She will have to start all over again, an endless cycle of struggle against mental illness that will inevitably be lost. I only work 40 hours a week, but I work 4 days a week, so I work 10-hour days, but I have to take an hour lunch, so it's 11-hour days, so I really work 44 hours a week, and then it takes me about an hour to get there and back. So if you add it all up together, it's closer to like 50. Um, and when you get home from working all day, you know, you're just tired. So, yeah, you have to take into account travel time, lunch time, all the times. That's illegal in France. God, I wish it were illegal. No, they say that I legally have to take a lunch, but that I have to clock out for the lunch. I would rather just go home an hour early and not eat during the day. Okay, all right, we have one more ending. Varg, please guide me to our opus. I like the background. I like what's happening outside. I can't do only 30. I could do only 30 if I worked an 8-hour day, but since I work a 10-hour day, I have to do an hour. I work for the government, so I have to adhere to pretty strict rules. Yeah, but it's okay. My job isn't that hard. Like yesterday, I spent basically the entire day working on the D&D thing. So, you know, I kind of just have to be there. And, you know. Okay. All right. So I will do the bag. Okay, now I will do the notebook. Yeah, I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay. And now I will do the pills. Yeah, hey, I will probably be streaming pretty soon here, Uncanny. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for spending your evening with me. If you'd like, I'm going to be uploading this entire video. Not the whole stream, but break it up per game onto my YouTube channel if you would like to catch the final ending. Also, it was a pleasure to talk with you and Varg and the other people, Severe Serenity, who came in and talked. So if you guys would like, please join my Discord. I need some people who will talk in there. I've got a few guys in there, but the more the better, you know. I can't wait to see you at the next stream. Thank you for coming. Okay. Don't touch pretty much anything else. Do not go anywhere. Do not collect anything. Okay, all right. Do not pass go. Don't collect 200. I am starting now that I'm seeing more endings. You're right. You're very right, Varg, in that the more endings you do, the more of a complete picture you get. It really seems like what I said earlier. It doesn't get better. Her life just seems like it will be. The only thing in store for her is running in a circle until she dies, which is pretty abysmal, pretty sad, to be honest with you. Thank you, Uncanny. I'll see you next time. Okay. What is that emote? Ah, for your stream. Very nice. Very cute. Thank you. I'll have to catch one of your streams too. Oh, no worries. No worries. I definitely will. Okay. Alright, let's go. A drill. Oh no, it's a staircase. I thought it was the drill that would pierce the heavens. I wake up and immediately almost lose consciousness from horror. A thin metal stairway snakes around a giant column, disappearing into the darkness. I press myself into the cold wall and pray that I freeze into it. This feeling, I know I've spent a couple hours or days here, but I don't know how high the column is. I don't know whether I'm going up or down. Final one is, I looked down. Please make it stop. That's very sad. That's probably the worst title yet. A billion pounds of concrete and a million miles of emptiness. It's impossible to stay sane when you're near cosmic numbers like that. Looking at them, touching them, even thinking of them makes me feel unimaginable horror. It was just a matter of time before my short term here will end. My mind will melt and my body will turn to dust. The wall's coarse surface scratches my face. The steps under my feet hum from the wind, eager to escape the concrete's clutches and dive into the abyss along with me. But I'll stay here. I'll stay here without going anywhere. I won't even open my mouth. My every word will be swallowed up by the abyss. I won't take a single step. Why would I? To find out where the stairway abruptly ends? It's all meaningless. I like how all the dots fade in. Many units of time pass, but I'm still unmoving. My body is trembling, but then I realize it's the whole space around me that is trembling. It can't wait to destroy me. Maybe I should gather my will and at least turn my head. That thought doesn't stay in my head for long. It's torn out with inhuman force. Unaware of what's about to happen, I slowly turn my whole body with a squeak. No, this is not what I wanted. Okay. Amongst the silence sings a lonely colossus, unmoving until the music stops. The bridge across the dark abyss cannot be seen. Interesting. Oppressive, thick, sticky air drives itself into my ears, silencing my thoughts with a haphazard string of words while I watch the scene before me unfold. Hundreds of giant concrete structures just like mine spread in tidy rows endlessly in all directions. Stairways wrap around them in vines. There, at the end of this world, there's a person smiling. This world still exists, but all that makes it both exist and not. I try to erect a mind block, but to no avail. My brain is already at the mercy of the super creature. A moment passes, and I realize that my body doesn't belong to me either anymore. My legs start moving on their own. The only thing I can do is choose the direction. Up, down, or... The crowd notices blood on Wozek's hands. He runs away. Mendel appears. He has nothing human about him, apart from his excessive grace and hidden elegance. He walks out to the center of the stage. First act begins. I don't know who those people are. Foreign thoughts become even more incoherent. There's less and less space for my own. Do you feel the connection to your body clearly, or does it still cause confusion and fear? If you've been living through that fear a lot recently, how did it manifest exactly? Answer honestly, don't hide anything. She's going back down. I decide to descend. Descend. You can have a sneaking suspicion that something is wrong because your path has changed. Maybe you started talking in a wrong way or made some sort of mistake. If so, start getting used to your new life. Try creating imaginary imagery that would instill the feeling that everything is as it should be, and with time, it will create a new order inside you. I don't doubt that you're going through some hard times, but you have to make sacrifices, grow up. Only then you'll be able to attain the meaning of life. Do you get it? Try that if you find it important. Every passing day is a precious gift. If you share a piece of that gift with the world even once, it'll seem like a speck of dust. Don't you get it? No, I'm sorry, I won't get that. Then, do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Yes, even you get it. When you notice how people look at themselves in the mirror, when you look at your own reflection and realize that it exists in reality, do you understand how exactly it exists? That was a very interesting one. I think that was probably my favorite ending. I very much enjoyed that ending. I can't wait to see what Varg has to say. I'm like excited. Alright, everybody, that was milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. I, at the start of this video, played milk inside a bag of milk, which is the only one that I heard of. I then saw that milk outside a bag of milk was also released, and so I bought that game as well. I'm glad that I played these games. I think that they were very good. I can see why there's a cult following. I can see why it's overwhelmingly positive, why the people who have played it adore it. It's very unique. It's very personal, and I really enjoy that. The structure on which the girl stands reflects her mental health. She stands in place. She has neither the strength nor the desire to move upward toward recovery, and she struggles to stay where she is at the moment. She decides to go down, doomfully repeating her decision twice, finally surrendering to the disease. Why do I think the way down the stairs symbolizes deterioration? It's a pretty simple analogy. Going up the stair is much harder. It takes many times as much effort and labor. She goes down, gives up, which is much easier and faster. The soundtrack at this point makes it sound like a hard, fateful, scary decision has been made. As she begins to descend, the super being or psychologist's speech becomes a little more incoherent. The psychologists speak after the decision is made also foreshadows humility, respect for each remaining day, significant changes, a new order. All this is seen to me exclusively in the negative vein of humility with the deterioration of the condition, and now the complete transfer of the wheel to the disease. The transition is purely palliative care. I was like, I cannot read that word, palliative care. Yeah, I think so as well. I think that a lot of the game, I thought also that it was a psychiatrist or someone giving a prognosis, and it feels like it's incurable, and it's moving too quickly for her to outrun it. And she can either struggle or she can accept it. And I think that the endings show that she accepted it. I think that the ending, this one specifically, was very open with that interpretation, that she chooses to continue or to no longer fight. I don't know if this is an optimistic game or not, but it definitely was a good game. Definitely was a good game. All right, I'm gonna switch screens real quick to this one. Hello, look, I'm all big now. This is the end of my stream. This is also the end of this video. If you enjoyed watching, I stream regularly, weekly. I stream very often. Oh, you sent some more. No, that was the end of it. Yeah, that was the end of it. Okay, I thought you sent some more messages. Thank you for coming to my stream. Thank you for talking, Varg. I very much appreciate your input. It was great game, and great conversation. Thank you to anybody who came to this stream and talked. This is the most like interaction I've had, so very very boosting. You know, I feel very confident now, and I was a little wary to play games that I haven't already been playing. Shout out Bagels Pain 1. I do not know who Bagels Pain 1 is. But anyway, game is fun. Thank you for your first chat. I mean, for me, it's a very depressive, sure. But I met people who said that any ending is positive here. Yeah, I think so. I think that any of the endings where she accepts... I think a lot of the beginning of the game, and even the previous game, Milk Inside a Bag, felt very like she was ignoring it, and that she was maybe in denial. And this game felt very much like accepting the reality of circumstance. I'm going to look up who Bagels Pain is before I end this. Bagels Pain 1 is another streamer who played Fortnite 8 days ago. I do not know who that is, Gamers Fun. I'm sorry. But anyway, thank you for coming. Bye-bye.